is an old cottage I've been visiting for years, and I did a couple of videos in here very early on, music videos and stuff, and they cleared off the land around it, and I don't know who lived here. I believe the old lady that did live here, she's still around, but the cottage is falling, the roof is coming in, but I've seen weird lights in this thing during the day, and it's a very interesting place. My new book, The Sorcery, The Invocation of Strangeness, I talk about how places like this is where entities nest. Now, I think they've probably cleared out now, because this was actually buried in a forest, and the forest around it has been cleared, so whatever was in here is gone. But I want to show you something else here. These things. Do you see these? These are old witch marks. It's built into an old mantelpiece. And these go back as a way of protecting the home. The fireplace was here, and the range, and heart and home. And you see the St. Bridget's cross, they call it, the Croix Petit. And here, well, this goes back to paganism. And this was the 4 cardinal points. Again, I covered this in my new book, Sorcery, the Invocation of Strangeness, and this would have been the centre of the home. You had the Hearthfire below. There's an old range here now, and then you had the mantelpiece and the pictures of the family. So this was like an altar, and there'll be also holy pictures along here. And to protect the family, you had these patriopathic magic symbols. They are Christian when the people here built them, 200, 100 years ago, but they are rooted in paganism and the 4 cardinal points. This is almost like a swastika, and so on. And this is like, you get a lot of this in this part of Ireland, these old cottages that have been ruined, and they have a lot of interesting. This is the remains of the bedroom. Out in the hall there, about 5 years ago, I set up a camera and captured in broad daylight a really strange light that moved its way across. You see, like, this is how old Irish cottages were made. You see this panelling? This original ceiling wasn't here. And 200 years ago, that panelling would have extended all the way up into the roof, that oak panelling. And so the rooms were much bigger than they were. You can see how it was painted pink above the roof line. And people, as they got money and escaped out of poverty in the years after the famine, they would slowly do up these houses and slowly fix them up. And I really thought this would be dust by now. The last time I was here was a couple of years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, and this roof here had fallen in. If you saw my breaking, oh, look at this, what someone carved on the wall. We've had activity here, and that's not me, I swear. We have had activity here. Some, you see, I'm telling you, there are secret occultists all over Ireland. All over Ireland. Yeah, this roof fell in a few years back, and there's where that fell down there was an old turf shed at the back and a bathroom back there. And in the Breaking to Babylon Mind video, I kicked that door down at the beginning of it, and that's where you probably saw it. This has blown my mind. Someone has carved the hexagram here. You see, these places, even these places will attract people. I probably helped charge it with this is where I saw the strange light in this corridor. But this is where, wow, this is amazing. I really am blown, my mind is really blown by that. But anyway, I'll show you the cottage on the outside. This was all covered completely in woods, and they've cleared it all off. But there, it's falling down really badly. But I tell you, I wouldn't mind buying this and fixing it up and trying to preserve as much of the structure as possible, because it's a classic mid-Victorian Irish house. And structurally, the walls are sound. Of course, you have to do a lot of work like the chimneys would have to come down. But there's tremendous history in these places. And wow. So that's that. Amazing. Just amazing. So, like, that shows you the continuation of magic and folk practice, and how possibly me even making the Beyond the Babylon Bight video in here years ago, brought the people, created a charge in this place that brought something to it and brought those people back who carved the hexagram on the wall. Amazing, because my own theories and descriptions, oh well, they're actually quite classic theories on the hexagram, will be covered in my new book, Sorcery, the Invocation of Strangeness. And I'm glad I came here today, because that really is a kind of a sign or a synchronicity or a happenstance. Was meant to happen. Yeah, I'm glad I did that. If you would like to know more about the topics that I'm talking about here and many other videos here on Open Source Occult TV, you can check out my book, Sorcery, the Invocation of Strangeness. For those of you who live in the southern part of Ireland, I'll be doing a special event at the Crane Lane Theatre on Phoenix Street in Cork City on Wednesday, April 4th. You can pay at the door. It opens at 6:45 and it runs till 9, and it's €7 in. And those of you who attended my recent very successful event in Peterborough in England will know it'll be a great night out. Hopefully we'll learn some new things, meet some people, and learn to look at life in a different spiritual way. And the name of the event will be Archetypes and Ancestors, Retracing the Pagan Path.